The orbital comedy venue glittered like a stolen necklace against the void. Inside, a human was about to commit a political act with nothing but a microphone. Nicholas Reyes, 2 months into a 14-system tour, scanned the alien crowd and found the one face that mattered.
You ever see Thakron Vex's hair? It looks like a tribute to an extinct bird, or a punishment from his barber.
A sound never heard in Dravani space. 300 aliens laughing at their warlord. Jorvak's hand trembled toward his ceremonial staff. The human was mocking Thakron's hair, and the crowd was laughing.
Nicholas pointed at a tentacled alien in the front row. "What do you do for a living?" The audience roared before it could answer.
Then he pulled up the public footage. Thakron Vex, mid-procession, slipping on a banana peel. The laugh that followed was not nervous. It was hungry. Over 4,000 phones captured every frame. Nicholas took his bow to a standing ovation that shook the stage lights. The delegation was already gone. Outside, the Neon Tonight sign flickered. The clip was already uploading. 8 hours earlier, the punchliner was just a comedy shuttle docking at the Dravani Orbital Theater.
Standard Dravani rules, Nick. No direct insults to the regime. They execute for disrespect.
Outside, the capital was a monument to fear. Thakron Vex's face loomed the size of buildings, watching everything.
"The human comedian performs tonight, my lord. Shall I attend to ensure your name is properly honored?"
Donna's tablet pinged with an updated guest list. She frowned. The Warlord's personal advisor was marked as VIP. At customs, a young officer tapped the shuttle's tour poster, a cartoon Nicholas juggling planets, and whistled. It was the first laugh on Dravani soil.
"Why would I talk about Thakron? I am doing my standard set. Haircuts, funny slip-ups, universal material."
Jorvak settled into the private box, expecting an evening of dull, safe comedy that would earn him favor.
They want a flattery show. Nick's going to walk out there and just be Nick.
The stage lights swallowed him. Donna could only watch as Nicholas took the microphone. The last moment before the galaxy shifted, the room was stiff. Nicholas opened with crowd work, asking a dour-looking Plixian about traffic, and got only polite clicks.
"All right, I can feel the giant lizard in the room. Let's talk about him. I hear Thakron Vex is terrified of small mammals. A vole once sneezed near him, and he called for orbital support."
The delegation did not move. Their recording lights blinked in unison.
"And his speeches, I timed one. It lasted longer than the trip from my last planet to this one. Also, I have a theory about his haircut. I think it's a nesting site for an endangered species. But the thing that really gets me... Let's roll the tape."
The banana peel footage froze mid-slip. The audience erupted not just laughter, but release. Jorvak stood, his ceremonial staff cracking against the balcony rail. He signaled his delegation out. Nicholas took his bow, momentarily confused by the empty box. The rest of the room was on its feet. Backstage, the ovation still pulsed through the walls. Donna was already in the corridor, tablet glowing.
Nick, that was Thakron's personal delegation. They recorded everything. The clip is already on the Dravani net.
It was a joke about a banana peel. That's public domain.
Doesn't matter. I am booking us passage off Dravani right now. Next ship out, any destination.
Across the Dravani capital, the clip hit the networks like a contraband signal. View counters spun into the millions in a cramped diner. A waiter forgot to serve as patrons watched the banana peel loop again and again, tails twitching with suppressed laughter. In his private quarters, Thakron Vex watched a silent recording. His chest rose, scales scraping against the marble throne. Within an hour, the clip had 800 million views in a population of 3 billion. Donna's tablet pinged with a cleared departure slot. But the Warlord had already seen enough. His silence was worse than a roar.
We're out of here in 20 minutes. Don't unpack. Don't wave. Don't even think about doing an encore.
Arrest the comedian. Sedition. I want him in a cell before the next cycle.
"At once, my lord. I'll dispatch Commander Zilvath personally."
The arrest order hit the military network. In the streets, the clip hit harder. A street vendor sprinkled yellow spice on a stew, called it the banana slip special, and sold out in minutes. In a schoolyard, a child in a paper helmet reenacted the fall. The others shrieked with delight. A giggling citizen spray-painted a banana over Thakron's propaganda poster. No one stopped them.
They're mobilizing an arrest squad. We need to leave now.
But the network was already flooded with remixes. Arrest orders looked like comedy material now.
All this for a banana peel? I should have done the material about his gloves.
Save it for the next planet. If we get there.
Punchliner's engines had warmed. Then the spaceport network flashed red, all civilian departures suspended by order of the Warlord.
They locked the entire port. We're not going anywhere.
On every screen, the view counter ticked past 1.2 billion. Every Drevani had watched at least once. The state news anchor tried to report the arrest order. She lasted 8 seconds before a giggle escaped.
Commander Zilvath's unit is not moving with urgency, my lord. They claim logistical delays.
Then I will speak to the people directly. Arrange a live planetary broadcast. I will remind them what fear is.
The broadcast was set for the next hour. Thakron's rhetoric was being drafted. Mockery equals execution.
A live speech? He's going to threaten mass executions, isn't he?
If we can't leave, we hide. There's a cargo freighter due in 3 hours. I might know a pilot.
The capital waited. Nicholas watched the countdown on Donna's tablet. Thakron would speak, and the planet would have to choose between laughter and fear. The broadcast began. Thakron Vex's face filled every screen on Drevani, larger and colder than it had ever been.
Citizens of Drevani, I will not tolerate mockery. Any who laugh at your warlord will be executed publicly and without appeal.
In a diner, a waiter set down a tray and forgot to pick it up again. Not a single patron breathed.
This human comedian has poisoned your minds. He will be found, and he will be silenced.
Behind him, a studio technician adjusted a sound panel, unaware his own mic was still live. Then, a tiny, impossible sound. A snicker. It traveled across the planet before Thakron could blink. Thakron's jaw froze mid-threat. The broadcast cut to the Drevani crest. But the snicker had already been heard. In the capital square, a young Drevani looked at his neighbor. Then they both began to laugh. The sound multiplied. A cascade of laughter rolling through streets, past windows, into every home. Nicholas, breath held, stared at Donna's tablet. The warlord's speech had become a punchline. The snicker became the second viral moment. Remixes of the warlord's frozen face were spreading faster than the original clip.
My contact will hide us in a cargo container. We pay double. He doesn't ask questions.
A cargo container? I am a comedian, not a stowaway.
Right now, you are a fugitive. Move.
In the war room, commanders advised Thakron that mass arrests would be impossible. The snicker had defanged the tyrant. Commander Zilvath received the arrest order. He read it twice, then handed it to his adjutant with a smirk.
Set course for the spaceport. Take the scenic route.
At the cargo terminal, Nicholas climbed into a crate labeled agricultural samples. Donna sealed the lock from outside. Zilvath's squad moved through the spaceport without haste. They stopped for coffee, checked every permit twice, and one soldier practiced the banana peel slip. The freighter's engines hummed. Hidden among crates, Nicholas felt the ship detach. Outside, the cargo ship slipped through the lockdown, unnoticed. The freighter docked at a secondary transfer station. Zilvath's shuttle was already there. Lights off, waiting.
Let me guess. The banana peel bit? Too soon?
Actually, I was hoping for an autograph.
An autograph? You froze my entire escape for an autograph.
The soldiers lowered their weapons. One unrolled a crinkled tour poster. Another held up a ripe banana.
The arrest order is official, but we find no probable cause. You made us laugh. We don't execute comedians.
Donna, we need to get this on a poster.
Already recording. This is going to be the best free press we've ever had.
Zilvath shook Nicholas's hand, then waved them toward the civilian transport. The Empire's enforcers had become fans. Nicholas and Donna boarded the next ship out. Behind them, a Dravani soldier was already posting the photo with the word Honorary Dravani. The passenger cabin was quiet, the hum of the transport's engines masking the turmoil left behind. Donna's tablet glowed with fresh data.
12 billion cross-species views. The clip is spreading beyond Dravani. Your banana joke is now an interspecies incident.
It's a banana. I didn't even write a punchline. I just showed the footage.
She pulled up a live news feed. Palace staff were resigning in droves. The phrase loss of fear trended.
Thakron's authority is dissolving. His own guards are posting remixes. You didn't just do a set, Nick. You broke something.
I was doing crowd work. They laughed. That's supposed to be my job, not a revolution.
He watched a child on Dravani waving a banana flag on the feed. The image had become a symbol.
Next booking is Tezra's system. We'll be ahead of the news, but not for long.
A joke about a haircut does not start a revolution. But as he stared at the data, he couldn't shake the feeling that it had.
The transport jumped to light speed. Behind them, a warlord's grip was loosening by the second.
My lord, perhaps a strategic abdication would restore stability. The laughter is beyond containment.
Abdication. I am the Empire. We crush laughter with silence.
In the parliament, a junior delegate found an ancient law. Deposition upon loss of fear. Public ridicule qualified. Zilvath's autograph video leaked. The image of a soldier getting a banana signed became the latest meme.
Order every unit. Arrest anyone who laughs. Now.
No response. The war room comms remained silent. Not a single commander acknowledged the order.
The military. They've declared the order unlawful, my lord. Zilvath's video has complicated things.
Thakron stormed to the palace gates. The guards stood aside, not in salute, but in silent refusal. The parliament announced, the deposition motion will be voted on next session. The state has lost fear. Thakron sat alone in his throne room, now a prison. Outside, the city sang with a banana peel chorus. The Tezra Club was half the size of the Dravani venue, but the crowd was warmer. Nicholas spotted a cluster of Dravani expats near the front.
I see some familiar scales. You are a long way from Dravani. Miss the banana slip special?
A Dravani in the front row stood, his crest raised. He shouted, "You freed our world, human."
Freed. I was just trying to get a laugh.
After the set, Donna sat him down in a cramped backstage room and pulled up a full news briefing. The screen showed a Dravani street, a giggling citizen spray painting a banana over a propaganda poster. Another feed, a schoolyard where children reenacted the banana peel slip, shrieking with delight.
I should call Thakron's office. Apologize. I never meant to start a revolution.
Apologize? This is the best free press we've ever had. You can't apologize for making people laugh.
Nicholas exhaled, still uneasy. But outside, a Dravani wall already bore a gold star and the words Honorary Dravani. The parliament chamber was packed with every delegate, their scales rustling with anticipation. The Kron Vex was brought in under guard and made to stand. A lead delegate rose, a glowing scroll in her claws. She began to read the motion of deposition. The motion states, Thakron Vex has lost the fear of his people. Public ridicule has rendered his rule illegitimate. A muffled snicker rippled through the chamber. The delegate paused, her own crest twitching. The junior delegate assigned to second the motion stood. He opened his mouth, and a high, keening laugh escaped. The chamber collapsed into barely contained mirth. The speaker's gavel tapped in vain. The vote was called. Every single hand rose, many trembling with the effort of not laughing aloud. The holographic display announced, motion passed. Vote 100% in favor. Note, session accompanied by audible snickering. In the public square, the news hit. A wave of laughter and cheers rolled through the crowd. Banana flags appeared. The Empire had died laughing. From orbit, the capital glowed with celebration lights, a giant banana floating above the skyline. In a quiet Tezra bar, Nicholas saw the headline on a wall screen. Vacron Vex deposed, banana peel meme credited. He stared, then ordered a double.
They actually did it. A banana peel brought down a warlord.
Donna slid into the seat beside him, tablet glowing. Her smirk said she'd seen it too.
Before you spiral, read this.
Best Interstellar Performance, Cultural Impact, Comedian of the Year. They nominated me for weaponizing laughter.
The nomination cited unprecedented cultural impact. Meanwhile, the banana clip had crossed 80 billion views.
I told a joke about a haircut and a fruit. Now I am up for Comedian of the Year because a dictator slipped.
You made an entire species find courage in laughter. That's not just comedy, it's alchemy. We're going to the ceremony.
I just wanted to do crowd work. Now I am a revolutionary by accident.
The punchliner altered course for the Galactic Comedy Awards. A banana already painted on its hull. The awards hall gleamed with floating trophies and alien celebrities. Nicholas walked the red carpet, flashing drones shouting questions about Dravani.
I told a banana joke, and now I am surrounded by the galaxy's most famous comedians. How is this my life?
The first award, Best Interstellar Performance. The winner is Nicholas Reyes.
Thank you. I'd like to say this is for everyone who's ever slipped on a banana peel. But that footage was public domain.
The Cultural Impact Award goes to Nicholas Reyes for weaponized laughter that freed an empire. The audience in the hall began to realize this wasn't just an awards night. It was a galactic event. The top honor, Comedian of the Year. The presenter, a famous multi-species comic, opened the envelope and laughed. He said, through his own giggles, Nicholas Reyes, for making a warlord slip on a cosmic scale. Nicholas rose, 3 trophies floating beside him. The standing ovation lasted 2 full minutes.
My comedian brought down a tyrant with a piece of fruit. I should ask for a raise.
Nicholas stepped to the podium, 3 trophies floating beside him, and the galaxy held its breath.
So, I am an accidental revolutionary. My secret weapon was a public domain video of a warlord slipping on a banana peel. I didn't write a punchline, I just showed the footage. That was the joke. And somehow it was enough. This award belongs to the people of Dravani. They chose to laugh when they'd been told laughter meant death.
A live feed from the Dravani capital filled the screen behind him, a packed square, thousands waving banana flags and cheering.
All I ever wanted was to make people laugh. I never meant to start a revolution, but it turns out laughter is heavier than fear. And once you learn that, no tyrant can stand.
The hall erupted, not just applause but laughter and tears, a standing ovation that rolled like a shockwave. On Dravani, the crowd in the square raised their banana flags and laughed in unison. A planet finally at peace. Nicholas stood alone at the mic, the weight of the 3 floating trophies beside him finally settling into something like acceptance. As Nicholas exited the hall, a wave of reporters and flashing drones swarmed him, shouting questions about Dravani. A tentacled journalist extended a mic. Do you plan to liberate other worlds, Mr. Reyes?
I plan to do my set and not get arrested. That's liberating enough.
Donna intercepted. Tablet aglow with booking data. The Liberation Laughs tour is sold out. Every date on Dravani. The interim government unveiled a monument in the capital square. A towering chrome banana, 20 feet tall. A plaque at its base read, "Laughter is the shortest distance between a subject and a citizen." In a cold, spare apartment on a distant moon, Vacron Vex sat alone, watching the awards ceremony on a cracked screen. He watched Nicholas lift the trophies, and a single tear carved a path down his scaly cheek.
He didn't even write a punchline. He just showed the footage.
The punchliner's engines flared as it departed for the next star system, the banana emblem on its hull gleaming. 6 months later, the punchliner set down on a frontier world, where his name was already legend. The venue was over capacity. Aliens of every species packed the aisles, waiting for the human who made tyranny slip. Center front, a Dravani child clutched a plush banana, its yellow fur faded by love.
I see my creative consultant made it.
He winked. The child's crest lifted, and the arena dissolved into laughter.
Not a revolution tonight. Just a show. Just the laughter I came for.
After the show, the punchliner rose through the atmosphere, a sold-out hologram already orbiting the planet. On the local net, the Dravani word for encore trended before he even reached the jump point. Nicholas watched from the observation port, the banana emblem on the hull catching starlight.
A comedian, a banana, and a universe that just needed permission to laugh.
The headlines stacked up like a joke that changed the galaxy. Comedian accidentally overthrows government. Another read. Banana becomes symbol of freedom. The image of the chrome monument beneath it, and the most translated. Laughter, the ultimate weapon. The Dravani capital below still glowed with celebration lights. The banana monument had become a pilgrimage site. Nicholas's shuttle, the banana on its hull now a galactic icon, pointed toward a bright new star. Inside, the tour schedule stretched across 3 arms of the galaxy. Donna had already booked the venues. Nicholas ran a hand over the captain's console, tracing the banana decal someone had stuck beside the nav screen.
I should get a royalty on banana sales across Dravani. Donna would negotiate it.
The console chimed. Jump coordinates locked. Donna's voice announced, "Next stop, the Zelvani Expanse." The punchliner slipped into hyperspace, a trail of laughter behind it, a galaxy of new jokes ahead. On Dravani, the twin suns set behind the chrome banana monument, casting long shadows across the capital square. Families gathered at its base, children tracing the plaque with their claws, learning the words by touch. The statue caught the last light, glowing warm against the darkening sky, and Elder Dravani looked up, crest lifting gently. A child tugged their tail and pointed at the sky, and pointed at the sky. A streak of light crossed the constellations, a shuttle, small and distant, trailing laughter. Some said it was the comedian's ship, others just a shooting star. The child laughed, a sound that now lived on Dravani. The elder's face, once hollowed by fear, crinkled into a rare smile. The plaque glowed in the twilight. Laughter is the shortest distance between a subject and a citizen, and the sky above Dravani became just another audience for the universe's greatest joke. The statue stood in silence, a monument to the day an empire died laughing at itself. Hyperspace wrapped the punchliner in silence. On the flight deck, Nicholas leaned back. The console lights dimmed.
I am just a comedian. I talk. People laugh. I never set out to change anything. I just wanted to do my set and not get arrested. But the universe picks the smallest joke and turns it into a revolution. A warlord slips, and suddenly fear is a punchline. The Dravani did the hard part. They chose to laugh when laughter meant death. I just happened to be the guy who brought the banana. So here is to the universe. Sometimes it does the rest. All I had to do was show up and talk.
The console beeped softly. A new star burned ahead. The joke was still unfolding, and Nicholas Reyes, accidental revolutionary, just smiled. The punchliner vanished into the starstream, leaving behind a galaxy that had learned how to laugh. From orbit, Dravani glowed softly, the scars of tyranny already fading under the lights of celebration. Auroras of cyan and magenta, the colors of a comedy stage, wrapped the dark hemisphere. On the night side, the capital's lights began to shift, rearranging themselves with purpose. They spelled 2 words in ancient Dravani script, visible for light years. The translation carried on every frequency, was simple. Thank you. The banana monument turned slowly in its orbit, a silent guardian over a world that had discovered the weight of laughter. No warship had done this. No treaty, no fleet. Just a comedian, a banana, and a people who chose to laugh. The image held for a long, still moment. Then, gently, it began to fade. Only the stars remained, the same stars a human comedian had once seen from his shuttle, looking for the next laugh. The joke was over, but the laughter would never end.